Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Missy. Thanks for joining me again. Today's layout is for the Hip Kit Club, and it's another page using the 2015 August kits. And I decided to break into the color kit for this page, and I've been playing around with some of these exclusive stencils and the Dilutions paint that comes in the color kit. And I'm going to show you a fun technique that I kind of stumbled upon while I was playing around. And I don't know if someone else may have already done this, but check this out. I played around with the stencils using the pink and yellow ink and kind of blending them together to make orange. And then I used my little circle ink blending tool, and I was trying to clean it off actually, but as I stamped it to clean it off, it made this really cool circle. And so I thought, ooh, I'm going to try this on a page. And it is very easy to do. If you have one of these little circle ink blending tools that you use for your distress ink, it's really, really fun and easy to use it with these paints. And I also have a little bottle of water here. So I'm going to kind of walk you through what I did. And I'm going to kind of slow this down. Well, let me back up. I'm going to speed up here for a second while I put the gesso on first. I'm just going to take some white gesso and an old card here and smudge it around because I am going to use this pattern paper. It's not heavy duty cardstock or anything, so I didn't want to, ruin it. So I added the white gesso first to kind of give it a layer to kind of thicken it up. Now, a little bit of this paint goes a long way. The first thing I'm going to do is just use this little circle stencil here, and I just dab the foam just a little bit into this paint, and then I just smudge it on just like you would do, a distress ink pad or something similar to that. Very easy. I'm sure most of you that do any kind of mixed media techniques on your page have done something similar to this. But I have discovered that just a tiny bit of this paint will go a long way. And it's so bright and so pretty. It's really fun to play with. So I'm going to dab this same brush into the yellow, and now I know it's going to make orange, which is fine because I wanted a little bit of an orange on here. And so I hadn't even wiped off any of the pink, and so it's coming off the brush or the foam, and it's also coming off of the stencil there. But I'm mainly just kind of playing around and experimenting with these products. I really, really was inspired to do something fun with these paints. I hadn't done anything with them on my first two layouts, and now that I've used these two, I was really, really considering buying the other colors because I know that there are several other colors, and I've seen some other videos with people using the blues and the aquas, and they're just so pretty. So I got a new foam applicator, sponge, whatever you want to call it, to dip in the yellow because I did want some yellow. And so now I've got three colors there, and it's really bright, and so I'm going to go back over it with some more gesso just to kind of fade it out a little bit. I don't want to cover it up completely. And some of it did smudge a little bit. I didn't wait completely for it to dry, which wasn't a big deal because, I kind of want it to look a little messy. So here's where I do something really fun, and I don't know, you may have tried this before, I don't know, but I just dab a little bit of yellow and a little bit of pink on the corners there. And I'm just going to practice on my scrap piece of paper here, and all you do is push it down and turn it as you push it down. And it depends on how much paint you add. As you can see there, this one has a little circle in the middle, a white circle. But whenever you spray some water directly onto the foam, kind of, makes it a little more of a watercolor look, and you just squish it down and turn it as you squish it, and it creates these really pretty circles of blended color. I don't even know. I think I had tried this before, and then I stuck it on my napkin to kind of dab out some of the water, and it just looked really cool on the napkin by accident, and I thought, I'm going to try this on a layout. And as you can see, I haven't really added that much paint to it. It just takes a little bit, and it goes a long way. And I'm just spraying the water directly onto the sponge, and it depends on, I turn it one way and then I turn it the other way. You could do this with multiple colors, just whenever you turn it, it is going to blend. So make sure you have colors that will blend nicely. And then you can just stamp it down. You don't even have to turn it. You can just add more water and just stamp it straight down. And the more water you add, the more watercolor effect it's going to give. I really, really think this is fun. It's just something different, and it was very fun to do. So I want to add a little bit more of the aqua blue color, and I'm just going to do the packaging technique here with some gelatos. And I did wait until all of that paint was dry, and so I know that it's not going to run because it is acrylic paint and it's dry. So I'm really loving how all of these colors are coming together. It's really pretty and bright, and I love bright, so it's right up my alley. And I like how this aqua teal looks with the pink and the yellow. And I love how the pink and the yellow created this really pretty orange. So I'm just going to add some splatters here. And so you can't even really tell where I added the gesso. And even if you could, I'm cool with it because I kind of like that white smudgy look in the background. So I just dipped my brush into the dilutions there and then dipped it straight into the water, and I'm using it to splatter, and that was really easy to do also. Now I'm going to start building the layers and deciding what all I'm going to do to this page. I'm going to use this Project Life card as a backing or as a mat to my picture, mostly because of the color. I want to tie in that background aqua teal color, and this Project Life card's perfect for that. And some of this Simple Stories paper. It's a little lighter than this Bright Dilutions yellow paint, but it looks fine to me. My focus here is to separate the photo from that busy background. And so when I have these two backings or mats behind it, it kind of separates and makes the photo stand out a little more to where it doesn't get lost in all those circles. So I'm going to fussy cut out this little messy heart here, and I'm going to use that as an embellishment overlapping the photo on the right. Well, it's eventually going to go to the right. And now I'm just going to play around, not quite sure what's going to go where. And I actually cut a lot of that out because it took me a while. I tried out so many things on this page that just did not work. Not because of the embellishment, but just because of the design of the page and the direction certain things were facing. It didn't work. So I stitched a heart here. I just drew it by hand with a pencil and then used some black thread to stitch it. And then I dug back into my April kits. I realized that I had some of those Rise and Shine frames left over, and that frame has triangles on it, and it matches this background paper perfectly. And I know that I'm mixing and matching my shapes here, circles and triangles, but it doesn't bother me. I'm not that nitpicky when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I like the paper itself, and I wasn't really into the bicycle on the bottom, but it didn't bother me. I love the page, and I made it work. So I'm bringing in some of the Fine and Dandy chipboard and this cute crepe paper camera die cut from the ephemera pack from the Wonder collection. And I didn't want to cover up the frame totally because, I want it to actually look like a frame. I'm going to add in some of that washi tape that comes in the kits this month. And I'm just going to keep playing around with embellishments here. I use some of the Pink Fresh puffy stickers. I use some of the Freckled Fawn glitter chipboards. Those aren't stars. We got the stars a couple kits ago. Hearts. And I really love them. They're so cute. I use some of the gold and some of the pink. And I like the way that the pink brings out the pink in the paint. And I decided to go with the open hearts because it's still pink, but not too much. I wish I had about 1,000 of these felt hearts of all different colors. I've really loved those. Those have been my favorite part of that Wonder Ephemera pack. And so are these cute sequins. I wish all sequins had adhesive on the back. So I'm going to use this other stencil, the little triangle one, and I'm just going to use a pen and I'm going to trace some messy triangles here on the bottom and the top. Definitely something easy to do and something different than using ink or paint through the stencil. I'm going to go ahead and add my black color shine because I know that I want to do that, and at this point I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do next. So when in doubt, go ahead and add your color shine, right? I decide to jazz up the bottom here just a little bit, nothing too busy, and I use some of the charcoal cardstock from the cardstock kit, and I'm coming back to one of my favorite pieces of these kits, which is this Dear Lizzie washi tape roll. I think I've used that on every page I've made so far this month. And I just want a little bit of color down here at the bottom. Nothing too overpowering that's going to drag your eye away from that middle design. So I layer a couple pieces of that tape down there, and I decide that this pink is just too much. It's starting to look distracting and it's just too much, but I wasn't sure until I tried it and I didn't like it. It's just too much, especially the pink part. So I pull the pink up and I just leave the little pink dots and the yellow piece. And I come back in with some of that little triangle tape, the teal and white. I've been waiting to use these cute pink fresh alphas, and so I used the yellow golden color, and I wasn't quite sure what to title this page, and so I put her name down there, well, one of her nicknames, Reesie Cup. And then I'm going to use some thickers that come in one of the kits. I can't remember which one, but they're these light wood grain thickers. And I'm just going to put Love You down here at the bottom. Nothing too original, but you know, it's just a really beautiful picture of her. And when I look at it, I always try, whenever I look at the pictures I'm scrapping, I try to come up with, you know, how I'm feeling at that moment. And I just thought, I love you, Reesie Cup. And so I thought, you know what, that's going to be my title. I'm going to add a little bit of journaling down here in the corner of the heart, or not the corner, the bottom part, the tip, the bottom part, the tip of the heart. And then I'm going to add my date, and that is pretty much going to wrap it up. I really hope this technique inspired you. I hope you guys try it. It's really fun. As you can see, it's just something that I was just playing around with, and it turned into something that I really, really like to do. So there's my final page. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and let me know if you have any questions or anything. Please check out the hipkitclub.net to check out all of the new kits from September that are coming out soon. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much, and have a great day.